He's supposed to be here, right?
I can't see him missing today.
God, the waiting is murder. I built in 4 days before we had to see the reporter again, in case we needed a couple cracks at copying the footage. Instead, it's just sitting there, under my bed, like an unexploded mine.
Everything must go!
Hey, Lloyd!
Final closeout sale! Everything must go!
Let me get you your stool, Lloyd.
Matt and the Chief! Matt and the Chief, just who I wanted, dead on.
My look says, drunk? Matt's look says, if he is, I can't smell it.
Okay, don't sit down yet, Lloyd. You're not
whoa.
quite there.
Wait, no. Did I bring my,
Your recession measuring thing, it's in your bag.
Oh, good. Excellent. Although...
Lloyd, did you get a good night's sleep last night?
Wonderful and ironic and timely would it be if today we measured the opposite of a regression.
Progression.
Mm-hmm.
More moss?
Precisely.
Sleep. Lloyd, have you had any?
Well, clearly I did at some point.
Okay, but how recent?
You know how you can tell? Because I'm not psychotic.
Okay.
I'm not dead.
Why don't you stay sitting down, Lloyd?
Oh, did I bring my device? You already told me.
Yeah, Lloyd, it's right there in your bag by your tablet. You want me to...
Tablet?
Whoa, okay.
Thank you for reminding me.
How about this, Lloyd? How about we help you do the measurements, then me and Matt will back off and let you have some quality time.
On my tablet. What I wanted to show you.
Show me.
Both of you. You and Dak. That's why I timed it out to arrive now right after guard shift, so I'd have time to talk specifically to you guys.
Our eyes on each other, instantly. Could he possibly know?
Tor Labs presents Steal the Stars by Mac Rogers, produced by Gideon Media. Episode 7, Altered Voices.
What do you want to talk about, Lloyd?
Just gonna get the measuring underway first, and then...
We can measure for you.
No. This might be the last time.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna say stop studying moss altogether.
Really? You don't? Let me have this.
Sure, Lloyd. Of course.
And... measuring underway. Oh, shoot, the tablet.
Right here, I got it.
Good man. Good man. Sorry, I'm gonna have to get you to crowd around me.
That's okay.
So what are we about to see here, Lloyd?
Not porn. I promise it's not porn.
I'll hold you to that.
Can you both see?
Yeah, Lloyd.
Is this?
Okay, helmet cam is live and we are effecting entry.
No way.
You can see there's a sort of fissure in the side of the object, and we are going to attempt to enter via that aperture.
Is this the original?
Shit, this is 11 years ago. This is the initial entry. Object E would have been on the ground, what?
3 hours and 3 minutes so far.
Okay, I had to drop most of my equipment to squeeze through, but I am inside the object now. There's some kind of lighting, but it's very... I'm gonna switch to night vision, and my camera should do the same.
Are we cleared to watch this?
It's nothing you don't see every single day.
Okay, we are definitely looking at some kind of... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Staging, please tell me you're seeing this.
And there he is. There's Moss, in his pilot's chair, as motionless as he is right now.
I'm just gonna get some footage. I'm just gonna get a lot of I don't know what else to do.
This is crazy. We're looking at the first time a human ever saw an alien.
That we know of.
Way more moss on him back then.
There certainly was.
I'm just gonna, I guess, try to circle it as much as I can.
Okay, but stay sharp, Sergeant. We don't know what its status is.
You think it's true? The ET theory, he's been sitting here dying on our watch for 11 years?
We'll never know. We'll just never know.
And just like that, Manic Lloyd is gone, like he got a blast from the harp. He pauses the video.
Now, Matt, Chief, do you notice?
I mean, lots of stuff.
Oh, right.
What?
What would you notice if this was you walking into Object E on a normal day?
On a normal day, I'd freak out.
Why?
Because the engine room door's open. You can even kind of see the harp.
The door was open when it landed?
The speculation entered into the official report was that the door was forced open by the crash landing.
Wait.
That doesn't sound right to you?
I mean, it's hard to get the door open. You have to reach half your arm into that thing and find the switch.
An effect so difficult to achieve on purpose that it is impossible to imagine it happening by accident.
But why would Moss want the door open? The harp would fry him.
You know, I envy how easily you ask that question.
What?
What if he wanted the door open because it would fry him?
You think he wanted to kill himself.
What's the biggest problem this vessel would have with long-distance travel?
It's small.
No equipment, no food.
And more pertinent than both of those, there's only one occupant. Dak, you were a field commander. What kind of operation would you greenlight with a personnel roster of one?
No operation. Ever.
Look at Moss. Imagine. He took off from some unknown point of origin, alone, without supplies, in a ship about the size of a studio apartment, and then he removed the one barrier protecting him from the generator that he knew would leach the life force right out of his body.
Lloyd, have you ever put this in a report? Or
No.
ever told anyone?
No.
Why?
Because the biggest mistake you can make in science is to project yourself onto the work. There are myriad ways to read the pertinent facts of the crash landing of Object E. Why am I only speculating on one? Because I'm projecting my own struggles onto an entity that may share no cultural or biochemical context with me at all. I don't have a fraction of the data I'd need to back up what I just proposed. I just believe in the region we colloquially call the heart. That it's true.
Measuring cycle's done.
You're my best listener, Matt.
Thanks.
And Dak, you've always watched out for me.
Of course, Lloyd.
Well, so much for progression.
How much?
2,412 microns of recession. Since the last derma survey dated... since last time.
Okay, Lloyd.
Even if we could, even if we knew how, I wouldn't want to save Moss. Because I don't believe that's what he wanted, or wants.
But why?
There isn't always a reason.
Eating lunch with Patty for the first time since her convo with Matt outside Lloyd's office. Like the first time seeing someone since you walked in on them on the shitter. Only she doesn't know.
I'm telling a joke about your stupid veggie lunch.
I'm telling a joke about your stupid meat lunch.
I'm taking your meat lunch joke and making it dirty.
I'm taking your dirty joke and making it dirtier. You know I'm all good, right?
Say what?
My head's still in this. I'm good.
And instantly, I know it's a mistake. If it was true, I wouldn't have to say so.
Okay. Great.
So,
I think I'm gonna let New Fish graduate.
oh yeah?
Yeah, we did a little mono, I think.
When was this?
He's alright. Matt is alright.
Well, I'm good. I mean, one day you'll have my spot. You're gonna need guys.
I'm
like-
gonna stop you right there.
What?
You're staying forever. I've decided.
Okay.
If they ever kick you up, you say no.
It'd be good for you.
Nah, it wouldn't.
When I first got this room, I remember thinking it was nice and cool. Tonight, it feels like it's 1,000,000 degrees.
What? What?
What, nothing? We have to fuck every single time?
Of course not. I just thought that you...
Jesus.
Okay, what?
Oh. That was really good work with Patty. You worked her over good.
Wasn't I supposed to?
I was right at the door. Did you know that? I heard every word.
I assumed you did.
If I was just randomly passing in the hall, I would have believed every word you said.
Yeah, that's the job.
That's the job.
Will you tell me what's wrong with you?
What about me? Am I the job?
What the hell is happening?
You tell me what's happening. What if we get the money? What happens then?
Okay, you think...
Seriously. What happens then?
Okay, walk me through this. My evil plan is sleep with you a few times,
I don't know what you call a few.
help you steal epically classified video that could put me in prison for 10 lifetimes in the hopes that some crappy clickbait trawler happens to decide...
Okay.
I mean, you figured it all out. Tell me how it works.
Okay. Shit. Oh my God.
I don't know what to do. Okay, so...
This isn't me.
I mean...
It's like I'm sick. Or I'm, like, hallucinating. Or... Did you ever see a guy just back from a firefight and he's great for like 72 hours and then he just starts crying and he won't leave his bunk?
Yeah, of course.
I've never said a jealous word in my life.
Jealous of Patty?
No. Oh, not...
Who?
Nobody.
There's no jealous without a who.
That's not true.
It's weird seeing you like this.
What?
You've seen everything. You know everything. You're so experienced.
Not with this. Not this shit. This shit. I'm a baby. I can tell by the way the reporter's pulling her car in that she's not sure she remembered the address right. As soon as Matt gives me the all clear, I walk straight up to her car.
Unlock it now.
Are you?
No, I'm the other person you know who sounds like this. Pull into the stall farthest from the street.
I'm assuming they don't still wash cars here.
Turn off the car. Now take out your phone and turn the flashlight function on.
Why?
Because my colleague is about to throw a tarp over this car.
Shit!
I told you to turn your flashlight on.
This is too much. I'm getting out.
No, you're not.
You can't stop me.
Careful,
God damn it, I can't!
your door's all tangled up in the tarp now. Why don't you sit back down?
You think this is funny?
No, I really don't.
Fine.
Pull the door shut. Turn your phone flashlight on.
Give me a second. Okay.
It's a really old tarp. From the street, it should give the impression it's covering an abandoned shit heap.
Jesus, you're really...
Plus, the footage will look better without a glare.
Footage of what?
I hit play on the tablet she doesn't even realize I'm holding.
Whoa, okay. Wait. What is that?
It takes close to half an hour to cycle through the first several angles.
Is the volume...
They didn't record with sound. This was all raw footage to create holograms for briefings.
Why did they need to make holograms?
Who cares?
Seems expensive.
It's not taxpayer money.
Well, a lot of taxpayer money does get funneled into Sierra, right?
Let's drop this. I don't care about this subject. Talk to me.
Haven't seen a car yet.
Great. Look sharp.
Yep.
I mean, this is obviously... I can't even...
Yeah, whatever. You've never felt smaller in the universe. Will your people pay the $10 million or not?
Here's the thing.
What could be the thing? That's an alien.
It definitely looks like an alien. I'm inclined to believe it's an alien.
What's inclined to believe? You think that's a guy in a suit?
Well, yes, one thing it clearly isn't is a guy in a suit.
So?
And it's not a mannequin or a, I don't know, like a sculpture or...
Right, I know it's not those things because I work with it every day. Now, will your people pay or not?
Okay. My people? Yes, my people have said they would meet your price, no questions asked, for indisputable proof.
So?
So here's what's going to happen when I go back to them with this. There's going to be a whole conversation about the ramifications of releasing this, what your employers will do once it's out. Because a company like Sierra is like, I mean, they're like an octopus, you know that, right?
About 1 billion times better than you do.
What I'm saying is, when a company like that does damage control, they do damage control. You've probably seen it. They don't just rebut the story. They obliterate the story. They demolish its credibility from every conceivable angle. My editors, my publishers, they're going to have a long conversation about all the ways Sierra's going to come at us. Because if this was a fake, they'd laugh it off. Maybe give a few curated tours of Quill Marine to prove it isn't there.
You seriously think I faked this?
To fake this, you would need the most expensive CGI or prosthetic people in the business.
Right, and guess what? Those people don't work for me.
But they might work for Sierra. Sierra's got contacts everywhere. If this is fake, that's one thing. But if it's real, that's when they'll really go to war. And where they'll really focus their effort is on making this story totally worthless to us. I said CGI and makeup, right? Sierra will do one of each. They'll hire a top CGI team to make an alien, and they'll hire a top Hollywood practical effects team to make another alien, and I guarantee you they'll both look as good as the one in this video. Like you said, you know them better than I do. Does anything I'm saying sound like a reach? I'm guessing that's a no. At which point we've paid $10 million for the cover of the Weekly World News.
Do you have any goddamn clue what we've risked?
I'm sure it's awful, but...
You sat right there and made a deal with me.
The deal was for indisputable proof. That's not what this is.
What the hell else do you expect from me?
Is there any way you could bring us the actual alien?
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Look, I believe you. I believe I'm looking at the biggest story since there have ever been stories. I'm not saying would it be difficult. Of course it would. I'm saying, is there any way at all? Because it would be worth a lot of trouble.
Do you have any idea what that place is like?
What about part of it? Its head, or maybe...
Why would that be easier?
I don't know, I just thought maybe a smaller piece could fit in a smaller package.
You think they don't check small packages? You think there's any packages they don't check?
I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry. Maybe you can take this somewhere else and get a different answer. But I really, really don't think you will.
We're done. Pull the tarp.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Who knows? It might be just as well.
What?
I mean, where would you even go after?
Lots of places.
What was that guy's name? Something Mitchell? Leaked the surveillance thing with the Sierra smartphones?
Mitchell.
And I don't know who that is. I know everybody who's even raised an eyebrow at Quill Marine, but...
Turned up dead in Mali? Between Sierra and this administration now, I don't know where a person would go.
And Matt pulls the tarp away. And I get 1 second of looking at his face while it's still hopeful. I help Matt fold the tarp as Monica drives away. We catch ourselves folding it like a flag. Old habits.
I don't know what to say.
Forget it. There's nothing.
We don't talk on the drive back. I drop him 6 blocks from his place. It's not even a discussion. This car in front of my house, I know it immediately. I see it in the Quill Marine parking lot every day. Jesus, have they already? But would they send just one guy? And would it be him? Grant?
I wonder if I could speak to you inside.
Speak to me about what?
I think you'd prefer it if I said the rest inside.
No, you can tell me right here. Actually, what you can really do is drive straight to base and submit
I
yourself
know you
for
and Matt Salem
disciplinary...
are currently in contravention of both Quill Marines and Sierra's policies regarding personnel fraternization. Now, don't you think you'd prefer to talk inside?
Talk.
Do you want to offer me a glass of water?
No.
I'm thirsty. I've been waiting all day.
You got two hands, there's the sink.
You shouldn't be treating me like this. I could ruin you.
What do you want?
What do I want?
You haven't turned me in yet. What do you want?
So you admit it.
I don't remember admitting anything.
I was right about Lansing and Michaels, and you wouldn't give me 5 minutes.
What are we talking about
So
here?
I started thinking, why does it make her so angry? What I'm doing is right. I've learned the regulations in detail. I follow them, and I expect my colleagues to do so as well. You should have been thanking me. You should have been praising me. Instead, you were angry. Why would that be?
I don't know. Something along the lines of no one likes a snitch?
Why? Explain that to me. Why does no one like a snitch? I've heard this expression my whole life, and it makes no sense. Why do we have regulations at all if we don't want to know when they're broken? You should have said, "Thank you for snitching, Grant." I should have listened to you. Instead, you snapped at me like I did something wrong. And I did nothing wrong. I double-checked, and I did nothing wrong.
You double-checked?
So I thought, there's a reason. There's always a reason. I'm gonna find out what. And I bet you're thinking, I would have seen if someone followed me, right? Aren't you thinking that? Only, we work in the same place, and we park in the same parking lot. And it only takes a minute to place a magnetized tracker under a car. And it only takes a night to follow that tracker to a hotel. And it only takes an hour to record 2 people entering the same hotel room, taking care, of course, to clearly capture their faces. If you're thinking of hurting me and taking my phone, you should think about what arrangements I might have made if something happens to me.
Don't regulations say you should have turned me in already?
Following regulations means everyone hates you. All the people who cut corners are fun and cool. So they're the ones who get to move up. Hard work doesn't matter. Regulations don't matter. Only fun and cool matters. I wish someone had told me that. I could have been that instead.
Yeah, that's easy to picture.
You shouldn't talk to me like that. Your life is in my hands. His life is in my hands. Pretty boy Matt. I could send him to prison and then a zone. That's forever.
Not killing him is like deadlifting 300 pounds. Like I'm buckling under the effort. What do you want?
Deputy Security Chief.
That's Patty.
Well, no, it's not. No, it's not Patty. Patty's fun and cool. She tells jokes at lunch. And now you're gonna find some pretext to demote her and put me in as deputy. So when they move you up, then I run security, and it will finally be run right.
I can't do that.
You have to.
Patty earned that with her bare hands.
Find something she's doing wrong and replace her with me. Or you and Salem will go to separate prisons and then separate redeployments, most likely at chem zones, until your teeth and your fingernails fall out. Where do you keep your glasses? In here? You think you can snap at me like I'm a child? I'm not a child now, am I? If I don't hear from you by Friday, I go to Harrison.
I lie on my bed and preview the whole thing in my mind. There won't be any money from Nine Source. We won't be able to run. To keep Matt out of prison, I'll call Patty into Birdseye, knock her down to rotation with some trumped-up bullshit, wreck her, and lose my only friend. I'll give her job to Grant. I'll work with Grant every day, knowing he knows, knowing he's watching. Maybe me and Matt meet up once, twice, but it's no good, just waiting the whole time for the knock on the door. So we stop. And then later we stop even looking each other in the eye. It'll be just like if Grant had snitched. We'll be in separate prisons. That's what's going to happen now. I look at the ceiling and run it all in my mind. Then I run it again. Then I sit up. Fast. That woman, the reporter, Monica, she said,
I don't know, I just thought maybe a smaller piece could fit in a smaller package.
You think they don't check small packages? You think there's any packages they don't check?
and it's like the whole thing comes together in an instant. Like each step shines a light to make the next one easier to find.
Is there any way you could bring us the actual alien?
Fuck yes.
Steal the Stars by Mac Rogers, starring Ashley Atkinson. Presented by Tor Labs, produced by Gideon Media. Episode 7 also features Nima Jarabchi, Rebecca Comtois, Nat Cassidy, Jason Howard, Autumn Dornfeld, and Jorge Cordova. Music by Linda Worsley, sound design by Bart Fassbender, directed by Jordana Williams. Next time on Steal the Stars.
Don't talk. Just listen. I'll be gone for a week. Wait for me.
What are you talking?
Don't talk. Just wait for me. Trust me and wait for me.
Am I in trouble?
You don't like kill people, right?
Have you reached a decision?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Maybe I should come on in and we'll get this door closed. Way I see it, just one thing would square the books for me.
Just a reminder, you can now order your own copy of the brilliant novelization of Steal the Stars by Nat Cassidy, published by Tor Books, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, IndieBound, iBooks, or wherever you shop for books. If you're enjoying the podcast, and you'll love reading how Nat beautifully expands on these characters and the world they live in, visit tor-labs.com to learn more.